What's up, my devoted audience? In this video, we're going to be flying the FT Tiny Trainer. So it's made by Flite Test. If you don't know about them, there'll be a link down below, and just check them out because they're awesome. They have planes that you can download the plans for free or buy the speed build kit, and they have a bunch of videos which are great. So again, you can buy the speed build kit, which is already cut out and like all the materials you'll need to make it, or you can cut them out with your own foam board by printing out the plans, and it's free. I did the free plans version, but I have done the where you get the speed build kit for other models. Before we get started, I wanted to tell you about some things that I modified for this plane. So Josh Bixler, who designed this plane, for the airfoil, you see the plane has airfoil, so the top edge is actually curved. It's hard to see, but the top edge is curved and the bottom is flat. That's called airfoil, and it generates lift because the air takes longer to go over the top than the bottom, then that creates lift. But what I was saying is that he usually chines the wing, like he puts creases in it and then folds it over, so then it's like chined, like that. But on mine, I took John's idea, and so recently they've been coming out with Master Series planes where it like molds together instead of folds together. So like you can curve the foam board against the table edge like this and get that nice curve shape instead of it being chined. And John Overstreet, he designed the Master Series planes. So I got this idea from him. I didn't chine the wing like Josh did. He's the main guy of Flite Test. I didn't do the way that Josh did. I did it more inspired by John, how John Overstreet, see how it's curved, not like chined, because a lot of times, like Josh made this model, he designed this model before he knew about before they started making the Master Series. Like this was like an early plane that they came out with, so he didn't know that at that time, but I wanted to just modify it a bit how I liked it, because then it wouldn't be chined. So without any further ado, let's go flying. This is the first flight. It's a bit windy, but it's not too bad. Let's see how it goes. This is nice. Oh, it's windy.
Nice loop.
Has plenty of elevator control.
Great.
I think I'm gonna bring her down.
It's pretty windy.
It's pretty windy.
You don't. It's first flight, maiden flight. You don't want to chance it. Yeah, land in the wind, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Landing. Made it. Congrats. How did it feel?
Felt great.
Yeah.
It was like easy to fly, a bit hard in this wind, but we're running it off of a 3-cell, which is the number of cells the battery has, then the 450, which is the size of it, 450 milliamp hours.
That flew pretty good.
Yeah. Here it is. This is my second flight, flying it with a bigger battery, an 800 milliamp hour instead of a 450 milliamp hour. So it's quite a bit bigger, and we'll see how it flies. Okay. This is good. Lows is still great. High. Oh, and high is crazy. Yeah, okay. Medium rates is cool. Painted this red and white so it was easy to see, because if you're not trying to make it look like anything, might as well make it easy to see. Could actually try out.
Let's see a roll, Jay.
Oh, no, not on low rates. I'm gonna flip the rates.
Beautiful roll.
I think I'm actually gonna go high rates because I think I can up the aileron rates a bit. For the roll.
Okay, Mr. J, you gonna do a landing?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a landing.
Hey, that was beautiful. Wow, right at you.
And again, this is the Flite Test tiny trainer. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. It can fly slow, it can fly fast. I have the sport wing on with the ailerons. It's awesome. Here it is. This is the third flight. We tried it with a 450 milliamp hour 3-cell battery. And then in the second video, we tried it with an 800 3-cell battery. 800 milliamp hour, that's like the size of it. You get more battery life with an 800 than a 450. And then here we have a 454 cell, so similar battery time, like in the air, similar flight time, but much more power. So instead of like however many volts the 3-cell is, it's however many the 4, it's a lot more volts. So I think this plane can take it. Oh, the 4-cell's a bit windy, but it can handle it. Oh, let's check out the vertical. Oh, unlimited vertical. This thing's awesome. Yeah, it has a lot more power on 4-cell. You just have to go down an inch in diameter with the prop. Before we had a 6x3 on here, now we have a 5x4.3. So a bit more pitch and at 1 inch. You can do bank and yank on this thing real nice. Again, applying this with the sport wing so it has ailerons. There's another version with the trainer wing that doesn't have ailerons.
Can you do a roll?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the Millennium Falcon. You know how the Millennium Falcon, after it comes out of that cave in the New Hope, the 4th movie, Star Wars, just like comes out upside down and then it rolls out? That's what I just did.
See it again.
Oh, that was There we go. Okay, now I can do a roll. I I upped the aileron rates on low rates. So now I can do a roll-off engines.
That's great, Mister. I got you. How was that?
This thing flies awesome, especially on 4-cell. So if you're thinking of what Flite Test plane to build, like as a beginner, this is the one. Like this thing is awesome. Feels like it's on rails. It just goes like so straight. Overall, I thought this plane flew the best on the 450 4-cell, and this is the Power Pack A radial, the new one. Not the one that the plane was designed with, because this wasn't out when they designed this plane, because it's quite an old model, but it flies great. So I would suggest if you're building this and you have the same Power Pack A radial, just like work up to 4-cell, or not even. It has plenty of power without a 4-cell, but if you want to have like crazy vertical and stuff, just go an inch down in diameter with the prop and put it on 4-cell. Please subscribe and see you next time, my devoted audience.